Hey folks, welcome to week number 4 and ultimately welcome to unit number 2. We're going to begin Essay 2 this week, okay? You guys did a little bit of reading for it last week, and then we will start into the actual work of Essay 2 this week. So, first things first, watch week 4 video. You guys are right on track. Participate in the Essay 1 research discussion. I'll show that to you in a second. Read the Essay 2 assignment. That essay is due on February 24th, okay? So that is just about 4 weeks, I think, of work on this. There's some things to do along with the Essay 2 assignment. Read those studies showing, watch looking for scholarly articles, find 2 scholarly articles, and then write and submit annotations of those 2 scholarly articles. All this will make sense in just a second. And start by looking at next week's work. Watch one of those weeks where you want to go ahead and get started on the next week's work as soon as you get done with the first week's, okay? So go ahead and move into week 5 as soon as you finish the stuff here. You finish it all, like Thursday, for example. You've got the weekend. I'd spend a little bit of time on the weekend doing some work. Okay, let's go ahead and go down and take a look here. So, first things first, research discussion, round 1. Your group, which should contain approximately 6 students. Every group contains either 5 or 6. I just looked at the group assignments. Should work to answer the following question. I really want you guys to work as a group to try to answer this question. So why do Fowler's and Peters, those are the 2 articles you read for last week, reach different conclusions? Okay, it's an interesting question. They're both trying to answer the same question. In this case, does diet soda help you or hurt you when it comes to losing weight? Why does the research that Fowler conducts disagree with the results of Peters' study so clearly? Okay, I want you to talk about possible reasons for this and come to a conclusion as a group. Now, if you go in, I'm going to go ahead and click this, and you just see this. There are no threads. What all that means is that no one else in your group has posted yet. It's actually really difficult for me to tell you. I mean, I can go in and look to see who's in your group, but it's really difficult for me to make that clear to everybody at all times. But rest assured, there are 5 or 6 people in your group. If you go in and you don't see anything, it's because you're the first person to post. So go ahead and get writing, and then your peers will respond to you. Really looking for a discussion as opposed to just going in, you writing something and walking away. I really want to see you guys engage with the material and try to kind of go back and forth about possible reasons why 2 scholars who set out to answer the same question came to very different answers. Okay? All right. Into Essay 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Essay 2 assignment. So, Essay 1 focused on the idea that the first step in the information literacy process is to realize that what one finds just open in a public access, a popular source on the internet is likely of somewhat dubious authority. That doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means there might very well be, and more likely is, a better source out there, okay? So then students often will just click scholarly sources box in one search, which isn't a bad thing to do. It does limit you down. Presume that anything that comes up is perfect. The problem is that scholarly studies themselves are only as good as the studies that are done. So, for Essay 2, I want you to find 2 scholarly articles looking at the same thing. If you want to use a scholarly article from Essay 1 as one of these, you may certainly do so. However, if you'd like to go to an entirely new topic, you're free to do that as well. When I say the same thing, it really means just that. I'm not thinking about having you look at 2 articles on colon cancer. I really want you to find 2 articles that are trying to answer the same question. So, what's the impact of sugar consumption on the growth of colon cancer tumors? Okay, so theoretically, they should be trying to answer the same question, not just looking at the same topic. Okay, that's a distinction, and it's an important distinction. If they're trying to answer the same or a very, very, very similar question, this will work. If you've got 2 things that are on the same topic, but they're not trying to answer the same question, you're going to have a very difficult time with the essay, okay? So the 2 articles you read, Peters and Fowler for last week on diet soda, both attempt to answer that question, whether diet soda aims or harms one's desire to lose weight. Again, similar question. One sort of looks at waist circumference and some other things as well. But the basic core is diet soda going to make you fat? Okay. So once you've got the 2 articles, your goal for the essay and what you want to discuss in the essay is to figure out which one is better, or alternatively, how they differ. For example, how did they get to the conclusions they reached? Okay. And if you aren't 100% sure what this is all about, go to the end of Unit 2, and there's a sample essay. Go ahead and take a look at that. That'll give you a heads up right now, sort of what I'm looking for. And that sample essay uses Fowler and Peter's essay. So you've read those, you'll very much be able to figure this out. Okay. You might need to do a little bit of research on the author of the journal or some conflicts of interest, but by and large, it won't be the sort of research paper you wrote in high school or that you will be writing in essay 3 and 4. Okay. There's some details here. If you've got questions, you're not sure what to make of this, number 1, go take a look at the sample, and number 2, give me a call. Okay. The rest of the part of essay 2 for this week. So there's an article here I'd like you to read. Popular article called "Those Studies That Showing That Drinking is Good for You Were Funded by Big Alcohol." It's an interesting article that will highlight one reason which we can't just simply trust scholarly articles. Okay, there's a quick video here on how to look for scholarly articles, how to use the databases to find a scholarly article. If you're running into any problems, this is the video for Bill Condon, the professor who is our librarian for the class. You can click that, you get his contact info there, and you can get in touch with him. And then finally, what you want to do, of course, is find 2 scholarly articles for essay 2, write an annotation of each one, and submit them here to this folder, okay? If you've got any questions along the way, I am glad to help.